What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video with Jamar.Champion. As you see, the title of the video is how to target or how to identify if you're being targeted for robbery, right? So there's two blatant ways in Brazil that you're going to be targeted for robbery. One is just flat out being at gunpoint, held at gunpoint against your will, right? We already know that way. The other way is a little bit more strategic, and to the normal person, especially coming from the United States, you wouldn't think anything of it, right? So we're gonna talk about that today. Now, this incident, my personal incident that happened, was a few months back. Prior to making this video was as I'm back in the United States, but the upload has just been delayed, right? So for you guys who don't know, I have a trucking business, and I also do foreign exchange currency trading and education. So I teach people how to trade foreign currencies, gold, cryptocurrency, so on and so forth. All right, so I'm gonna focus on the road, okay? I'm gonna talk to you guys. So sit in the passenger seat and ride with your boy. I'm gonna talk to y'all a little bit more about Brazil. So, all right, here's the backstory, and I'm gonna get into. Actually, no, I'm gonna tell you this. So one is just flat out gunpoint robbery, right? It could be nighttime, daytime. It goes down if you're in the wrong area. You don't even have to be in the wrong area. You can be in the right area, and if it's supposed to happen, it's gonna happen. You know, it's like almost trying to stop it. You cannot prevent the inevitable. You know what I'm saying? So it happens to Brazilians. It can happen to foreigners. It can happen to anybody, any place across this globe, right? Brazil is not a utopia, but it does have its advantages, and it also has its disadvantages. So the other way is what guys will do is they will try to start a fight with you. They will create a scenario to distract you, okay? So, and I have my own personal experience, which is why I'm gonna tell you guys my story time. But one guy will be the main target guy, right? He's the one who is one-on-one with you, having an issue, having a conflict. Now, he may be by him. He's never going to be by himself. He's going to have either one other guy or a few other guys, right? So these are the guys who are going to be lookouts. These are the guys who are going to be the ones to finesse you off your shit, right? But your main focus is on the guy that you got an issue with. You know what I'm saying? And it's never going to happen just in, I'm not going to say never because that's a strong word. It's not going to happen just walking down the street, right? It's typically, it could, but it's typically going to happen in crowded areas where you don't see the obvious signs, okay? So my story, now we get into the story time. My story is I'm talking to this chick, right? I'm dating this girl, and there's a concert. It was a big artist that was performing next to my apartment building in a venue, okay? And I already had people going. She acted like she didn't want to go, so she didn't want me to really go. She wanted to kind of just pretty much just cake up. And I'm like, nah, I like this guy, you know? Like, I like the artist, so I'm going to go check him out. I want to see him in person. So I go, she doesn't go. I reschedule her, right? And I go have a good time. So this artist, another concert comes up like a week later, and we go to, she invites me to go, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to go, you know. I already had plans with one of my other guy friends. He had some other girls set up to where they had like this big block party in the favela, blah, blah, blah. Like, so it was already pretty much set out. But I was like, nah, bro, I'm gonna go kick it with her. I've already flaked on her, so I'm gonna make it up to her since she was upset that I didn't kick it with her last time. So I go to the concert, right, with her. when I get to the concert, it's a lot going on, right? The music's jumping, and this is before the Uber doesn't even drive me up to the front, right? Because there's so many cars, it's packed, so many people. The Uber drops me off like near the highway, so I have to walk up there, and it's like dirty and shit. I got on nice shoes, I got on a semi-decent outfit, you know. I don't want to personally walk. So by the time I get up there, like, I'm not really annoyed, but at the same time, I'm just ready to get in and have a good time, period. So she meets me at the front, and she's like, my friend's here as well. It's another guy, you know, and he doesn't really want to be there. She's kind of like, okay, well, I had you Uber all the way over here. You know, he doesn't really want to be here, so I'm kind of like on the fence, right? So she's kind of playing both sides. So I'm like, yo, I've already Uber already over here. It's like a 30-minute Uber ride. I'm gonna have a good time, you know what I'm saying? I would like if you stay. So she stayed, right? And he ended up staying. So we go in and have a good time, and we have VIP section, right? Because I'm not paying no general admission. So we in the VIP section, which is much closer to the stage, and general admission is kind of like roped off or barricaded off to where it's like further back to the entrance. So we go in and we find a little area. We have to buy a table, like a tabletop. So we wait like 45 minutes just to get a order in, and then we finally get our tabletop. So now so it's so many people, everybody's placing orders. So then we gotta place another order for the bottle, right? So we got a bottle of vodka. By the way, the prices are super cheap. Like, I think we spent like 50. I spent, like, with the table and the bottle together, I think it was probably like $70, right? And this is like a 1.75 liter bottle, the big bottle. So fast forward, by the time everything comes out, it's like damn near an hour, almost 2 hours before we even get really set up in our spot, right? So they don't do bottle service in Brazil. So they do, they kind of bring like little sparkles. At this specific event, they bring like little sparkles and stuff, right? There's like sparkles on the bottle. So I'm seeing people get their bottle and they got sparkles. And they brought ours out and they didn't have it. So I'm like, yo, like, why we didn't get our little presentation and shit? You know what I'm saying? It's not that big of a deal to me, but it's like, if we paying for shit, then I want to get the whole experience, blah, blah, blah. So she's like, okay, well, we'll go. I was like, nah, at this point, we've already waited too long. Like, I'm ready to have a good time. And it's supposed to rain, right? So it's sprinkling a little bit. So it's a lot of shit going on. At this point, I'm already kind of annoyed because it took a long time for to get this shit going, and blah, 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 right? So everything around you is just going fast. People dancing, girls shaking ass, doing everything. So it's kind of like, all right, just chill, have a drink, and have a good time, right? So the show's going on. We having a good time. I'm recording videos. She dancing on me. We end up connecting with another group of girls. So it's like 7 people total. It's like 4 girls and us 3, me, her, and him, right? So we're having a good time. And it just starts it starts raining, but not severely, right? So it's raining, people not even tripping, everybody having a good time, so on and so forth. And then it just starts pouring down, raining extremely hard. And I'm like, yo, back in the States, like, this shit would be shut down. People gonna go home, blah, blah, blah. Not in Brazil, bro. They do not give a damn. They literally paid, and they about to have a good time, and they about to get all these money's worth. So they did not budge. The guys took their shirts off. Everybody dancing in the rain. Shit, like it ain't no tomorrow. So I'm like, shit, fuck it. Shorty didn't let me take my shirt off, unfortunately, but they get real jealous in particular. Like, nah, you ain't taking your shirt off. But yeah, so she was just like, let's call the Uber. She drunk, she feeling good, she ready to go home. So I'm like, bet. So we end up walking to the front entrance We didn't exit, so it's raining. Like we're running at this point. Everybody's running, trying to get underneath a tent. And we finally make room to get into a tent. And then out of nowhere, it's like 4 guys just literally just like bully their way in to the front. They literally just push her out the way. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, chill, bro. Like, it's not even that serious. So the guy that did it, again, going back to how they set shit up, I'm engaging with him, and he talking shit, I'm talking shit. Mind you, I don't know anything that I'm telling y'all at this point, right? So this is my first full life experience conflict with a Brazilian guy. So he talking shit, I'm talking shit, and you know, like, it's just to that point, like, bro, it's a respect thing. It's a lot of females standing in the front right there. So I'm like, y'all just disregarded everybody, right? So so he talking, I was like, okay, he's okay, calm down. Like, and so I'm like, bro, and she telling me just to relax, it's cool. So I put my shit in my pocket, like I put my card and my phone in my pocket, right? Just in case, I pull my pants up, just in case some shit about to go down. So then, I don't know where his friends go, because I wasn't even worried about them. I think they went to my opposite side. Like, I wasn't focused on them. I was focused on him. And then they end up taking off running to another tent. And I'm talking to her like, man, that shit crazy, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, man, let me check and see what this Uber is. Because we was calling Uber for him to go to the crib. And I'm looking like, where the fuck is my shit at? And we've been drinking, right? We finished that whole bottle. Actually, no, we didn't. I still had that bottle, and it was in my pocket, like in her purse. And so we buzzing, we feeling good. So I'm like, yo, where the fuck is my phone at? Is it in your purse? So we looking through her purse, going through all her shit, trying to see where this fucking phone in my card is. And she was like, no, it's not in there. So she giving me that look like she already knew what time it was. So I'm like, bruh, did these niggas steal my shit? Because I literally just had it when this whole incident just took place. So I'm mad at this point, and it's pouring down and raining. So I'm walking around looking for these dudes. Bro, at this point, everybody looked the same. And I'm like trying to press everybody type shit. So I'm like, bro, she crying, and she telling me to like stop and blah, blah, blah. Like, bro. And then like, so there's other people at the exit reporting to the police and the security guards that they've had shit taken. So like the security guards, it was like, they like pointing people out, like different people in the crowd is pointing people out, and the security guards is like hemming dudes up, slapping them around and shit, asking them like, where is this shit at, blah blah blah. And I'm like, bro, like, I was in the moment of being pissed off, but I was like, damn, these dudes getting active, because you cannot do that shit in the States, right? At the same time, like, bro, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Where's my shit? So we end up leaving out of this place, bro. Long story short, they filed a police report, and well, we didn't file actual police report. We reported it to the police because they were there on site just for security shit. They didn't do shit. There's nothing they could have did, you know. And by this time, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, so we ended up having a taxi to the crib, and yeah, man, that shit was terrible. We got to the house, the Brazilian chick was just still crying all night. She said, you can have my iPhone, you can have it until, you know, like, you need to figure out what you're gonna do, blah blah blah. So we trying to call T-Mobile back in the States. Her phone can't call international. I'm just like, bro, what the hell, man? Like, it was one of them experiences. Like, it was probably the worst feeling, because you're in a foreign country, you have no access to call anybody. All I had was my laptop. Thank God that I could still talk to people through social media. That was it. But if anybody wanted to talk to me from the States, or if I wanted to contact anybody, like just via phone, you had to do it through WhatsApp. And WhatsApp connects to your cell phone. So without my cell phone and my laptop together connected, you can't use WhatsApp. So long story short, I was there for 2 weeks with no phone, no card, and they would not ship shit there. So I had to go back to the States. Thank God that I made good relationships with Brazilians that they allowed me to come to their house. They would cook. Their families they welcomed me in with open arms. And that's one thing I can say, that Brazilians surpass Americans by far, bro. Like, they're so warm and welcoming and loving, and it's very appreciative. Like, and I had guy friends that's Brazilian that was ready to go on a fucking manhunt trying to find out where the hell these dudes is. I'm like, bro, I appreciate the support and the camaraderie, but like, you're not gonna find this phone, bro. And you're not gonna find my credit card. Like, I've already shut it down. They've already sent it to the address that I'm going to back in the States. And there's nothing you can do. But I know, if anything, y'all gonna ride for me, which is cool. Like, so you build good relationships. So the normal person would probably be like, so what do we do? You know, I'm traveling. I want to have my card on me. I want to be able to have my phone on me, taking pictures, so on and so forth. So I have a few responses to that, and I understand it, you know? So one thing, I'll say this. If you have a phone that you really love, leave it at home. Before you travel, buy a new phone, right? Or a bullshit phone. Just in case they take that bullshit phone. You know, your real phone that you cherish and love is at home, stored away, okay? So that's the first thing. So there's nothing wrong with having a little burner phone. You have 2 phones. Second thing would be, and these are the things my Brazilian friends taught me. Unfortunately, I learned about this after the fact, but they told me that to keep your personal belongings in the front of you, right? Like in your waistband on the front, like by your stomach. So that's one thing, because if that eliminates the fact that anybody can go into your pocket without you being aware. Okay, is it going to prevent them from taking anything off of you? No, but it's going to eliminate the fact that them going into your pocket sneakily and taking shit. Yes, because it's not in your pockets. Okay, so the next thing would be, if you don't want to do that, the next thing would be is to get like a man purse, like a satchel, or I don't personally wear those. I don't suggest those because they kind of drape across this way and they're on the side of you. I personally would recommend getting like a fanny pack. You know, the one that goes in the front. So there, you know, everything is in the front of you, visually in the front. Now, again, I wear backpacks. Do I suggest you wearing a backpack? It all depends, you know, how you're wearing the backpack. Because if you wear the backpack in the back, like how you normally would wear it, no, don't do that, okay? If you wear a backpack, you need to turn it around to where the zippers and everything is in the front of you, all right? Because, again, you don't know who a professional pickpocket is just by looking at them, okay? They regular people just like us. Or they don't even have to be a professional pickpocket. They could be somebody who just want to go through your shit. Now, if it's in the back, you can't feel it. And I know an American guy who I know personally here in Brazil, that's how he got his wallet stolen. In his backpack, because it was faced the opposite way. In the middle of the fucking day, and nobody said shit. Nobody's going to stop it. So you have to understand that. Just because someone sees you get your shit taken doesn't mean they're going to intervene and help. All right? And I want to also address that if you have anything on you that somebody else wants without them sneakily taking it, like if these dudes just roll up on you in the middle of the day, and this goes for anywhere, guys. This is not only for Brazil or traveling overseas. This is just a wake up tip for everybody, because I know everybody want to try to fight for their shit. But guys, like, if somebody roll up on you, especially when you're in a foreign country, man, let that shit go. Like, if they want your necklace, if they want your watch, if they want anything that you got that they want, right? Because they can tell that you're a foreigner. Like, and I know people say we blend in. Yeah, we blend in when it comes to skin color. So yeah, they're gonna think you're Brazilian based off of your skin color. But when it comes to like, that's just one aspect, you know. Like, I know my skin color is the same as theirs, but we don't even walk the same. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the same style. We don't have the same swag. So they know a foreigner when they see a foreigner. You know what I'm saying? So if they come up on you and they rush you, or they, you know what I'm saying, they want your shit, just let them get it, man. Because the last thing you want to do is fight and then end up getting popped, you know, shot, stabbed, whatever the case, or, you know, or killed over a necklace, over a tangible item that can be easily replaced. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's more valuable than the life that you have. And that right there, I'll stand on that, stamp on that, everything. Because, you know, now them dudes with the rush is like, yo, give me your shit, give me your phone, give me your card. Bro, you can have this shit. I'm not finna, what I'm gonna do, fight to try to impress the chick that I'm with, that I'm hard, I'm a real nigga, bro. While I'm went in and get shot, now I'm laying there dead, you know, or bleeding, or, you know, whatever the case. It's not that serious, it's not that deep. Nothing's ever that serious. So if you are ever encountered with this type of stuff, I hope this video helps you, you know, and I hope it reaches somebody that travels overseas. And I can only speak for Brazil because that's the only place I've been where this has happened. So yeah, guys, I hope this is just a helpful video, you know what I'm saying? Educational piece. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna be putting out more videos, and turn the bell notifications on. That's always, I can never get that part out. Turn the bell notifications on, so when I go live, when I post a new video, you guys will be alerted first thing. And drop some comments down below if you've ever experienced things like that as well, whether it be overseas or in the States. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, I'm gonna end the video here. I appreciate you guys for riding with your boy, talking with your boy, and we'll catch y'all on the next video. Peace.